Well, thank you for joining us today on the 208 here on your Wednesday afternoon. I'm Joe Paris, filling in for Brian Holmes. Well, going on, downtown right now in Boise, Treefort Music Festival. They just kicked off a few hours ago, and it does come during one of the worst surges of the pandemic that we've seen thus far. Now, organizers at Treefort tell us that they've had to shift their plan several times over the last 18 months to make sure they could do the event safely. But the festival director tells me the spirit and energy of Treefort, it's still there as they balance those COVID protocols.
Hey, 1, 2.
The pandemic-delayed edition of Treefort Music Festival is finally underway.
We checked in over 1,000 people yesterday through our pre-check and our box office, and spirits were really high. Everyone wearing masks. It really felt really great.
Eric Gilbert is a co-founder of Treefort and the festival director. The priority this weekend is to celebrate music in downtown Boise, but keeping everyone healthy and COVID-free is certainly a main focus.
Yeah, everyone's taken the protocol seriously thus far, which we're excited for. You know, masks are required, but we're really in the spirit of just really asking our community to comply, because it's really important for the music community and our community at large that we show that events like these can move forward if we're willing to adapt to the moment.
It is difficult to get everything done correctly, but it seems like you guys have gone the extra mile to make sure you've checked all the boxes.
Yeah, we've had a year and a half since COVID started to really think through how this can work and how we can adapt. And obviously now that the vaccines are here, we've learned a lot about what mitigation efforts work best. And so we're applying all that knowledge to how we're moving forward. And we really believe that events that can and are willing to adapt to the moment should move forward, because it really sends the right message that the vaccines work, masking works, and all these things can work.
Gilbert tells me about 6,000 passes were sold to Treefort before sales were cut off last week. Ticket sales were stopped as a part of Treefort's commitment to cut down on the amount of people attending the events.
We cut ticket sales off, and so we really think on purpose, and that was one of our designs we started last spring, that we were probably going to model a smaller version of the festival. So I think for everyone coming, it's going to be a lot of our core crowd who've been coming for years, and it's going to feel like some of the early days, and it's going to be like kind of our core fans. It's going to feel smaller, a little bit more space for everyone to move around. Everyone's going to be masked, but I think the similar Treefort spirit is going to be there, and I'm excited for that.
The decision to stop ticket sales does come with the price, but Gilbert says it's important to festival leaders that they do the event responsibly, because they do care about what's going on with the Idaho healthcare system.
About 30% of our annual sales happen during the week of the festival, so we cut off that. So we imagine having at least a 30% reduction, not only in our sales, but in our attendance itself. And I think the statement we're trying to put out there is that that's part of how we manage through a pandemic, is we do need to allow for more social distancing and more space.
Gilbert says despite COVID challenges, the Treefort team believes the event will deliver the same great experience as in years past. Treefort is a great celebration centered on music, arts, and culture. And those are definitely things that the pandemic has heavily impacted. So this year, Treefort comes with a special meaning to many.
We're doing this to show that, that music matters, the music community matters. It's really important to the overall well-being of our community, and we can do these things if we do them safely. So please follow what we're asking. Remember, you got to come down with proof of vaccination or proof of a negative test within 48 hours, and please wear your mask.
And if you do have any questions about the Treefort COVID protocols, we have a real quick list for you right now at ktvb.com. So they are rocking in downtown as we speak. They kicked off about 3 o'clock with the first musical act. If you rush down right after this show, you can catch the talented Sophia Valdez. She's performing at 5:30 on the main stage downtown. And I got to tell you, she is awesome and truly has the voice of an angel. Get down there if you can. But if you are stuck at work or just getting home right now, no worries. The last act to perform on day one, it's actually at 1 o'clock, technically tomorrow morning. You can catch Mr. Grant Olson, 1 a.m. at Neurolux. They have a great palette of sounds and tunes, some great musically, honestly, especially early in the morning. If you do miss Treefort this weekend, do not fret. There's going to be another one coming up quickly, early 2022. So that's right, 2 Treefort events within 6 months. As we heard Eric Gilbert tell us that he's very excited about this weekend, but they also are concentrating on what will be the 10th annual Treefort event.